So hello, this is me and you can see my hands, and the reason for this is because I noticed some people kept asking to see my setup and others wanted to see me play, and well, my camera's awful and you can't really see anything, but I thought it'd be pretty cool anyway to try it out. So yeah, just playing some public. Basically I tweeted on Facebook, I tweeted and Facebooked earlier about setting up a public server to play with some of you guys, and I recorded it and thought I'd use it for this video. The server was full really damn fast. It had some lag problems, but I didn't host it. It was all done by NetSky, but thanks to Bashy for setting that up anyway. You might notice the scope sways a lot because I didn't record it correctly with ProMod, and on top of that I was having a pretty bad day anyway, but who doesn't have those? So let's talk about a few things. Firstly, I haven't been posting many tutorial videos lately, and that's because I'm extremely busy with uni work because I've had to retake some things. And that's basically got to be finished by tomorrow, which is bad. So by about Friday I should be back to normal and try and get those Crossfire videos out. But then I've got hell of a busy few weeks after that. Starting from the 19th, I've got like 3 LANs, 3 weekends in a row, which is complete mayhem. And also my birthday's on the 18th of August, so I have to celebrate that because I'm cool. On the 19th I fly to Netherlands for Adroit's LAN, and I'll be there till the 22nd, Monday. And I have 2 days rest till the 25th of August, and I've got to go to Telford in England for I-Series, where I'm basically just going with a couple of guys for a mix for some fun, because it's really just more of a social LAN than competitive. Come back on the Monday the 29th, and then a couple of days later on the Friday I fly out to Prague for another LAN, and then I get some rest where I'll be posting some more videos frequently. Then I go back to uni if I pass, hopefully. If I don't pass I might just kill myself. But yeah, that's how my next few weeks are looking. Exciting stuff. Also, I was told some very vital information a couple of days ago. Somebody I've been speaking to frequently for nearly a year now drove down to where I live to spend a couple of days just to chill out. And this was the first time that I'd met her, and the first thing she said to me was that my voice wasn't as dull and boring as compared to what it seemed like online. So keep that in mind, you guys. I am actually a very fun and exciting sounding person. And on that subject of fun, I'm not sure if any of you people outside the UK have seen the news about England's current state. In fact, I don't even watch or read the news in general because most of the time it's boring as hell, and TV is boring because it has about over 9,000 adverts every hour. Basically, I hate everything. But anyway, there's these huge riots going on throughout England, in London and places like Birmingham, which to me seem rather retarded considering these people are just smashing up and setting fire to the place where they live, so clearly very smart individuals. But back to the subject of ProMod, I'm sure some of you will be wanting to watch all the streams for these LANs that I'm going to, and other LANs that will be going on in the future and stuff like that, and right now I have nothing for you. But what will have something for you is sites like Tech9 and Cybergamer. I'm also quite impressed with the amount of people that signed up to Cybergamer since I made that video, because there's been like a constant stream of pugs being played, and it's pretty sweet having that much activity in ProMod and people getting along and playing with each other and stuff like that. I'll also keep updating my Twitter and Facebook with all the information that I receive while at the LANs. That is, if the turn up and play ones actually have internet, so I hope they do. I also plan to try and do some more activities with you guys, like the one with the server I did earlier. It's just hard because CoD4 is so limited in what it can do. Like earlier, opening up like a 32 slot server isn't a problem, but then it's impossible to please everybody because some people want to play TDM, some people want to play Search and Destroy, people complain there was too many players, etc, etc. If any of you actually have some good ideas for like activity things that you want me to do, then feel free to put them in the comments, or PM me if they're actually like really detailed and you can't fit them in the comments. I pretty much read all the comments and private messages that I get when I have time to do so, but if I do get some cool ideas or I think of something, then I'll be posting them on both Facebook and Twitter again. So what else to talk about? Oh yeah, I guess I should mention this to you guys because half of you probably aren't aware of the changes coming up in ProMod in general. I mean, I don't really have many details, but there is a new ProMod coming out. There's no release date yet, but expect it to be sometime soon. This includes changes and fixes. I don't have them all or remember most of them, but the main one that I remember is that red dots will be removed from the game. You won't be able to see the red dots on the radar when people shoot. Now, personally, I think this is a good idea and a bad idea. I think it's a good idea because the chances are it will increase the skill gap between players. It will make the game harder, obviously, and also make teams communicate with each other far more in scrims to locate positions of enemy players. But then I also think, as a very aggressive SMG player myself, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, because now I feel like I can run around and spray stuff and there won't be any precise indication of where I am. So yeah, that's probably the main change in the new ProMods. The other things are going to be like fixing the spectator bugs and I don't know, just general bugs. I do wonder what you guys think of it, but we'll have to see how that works out. I mean, the change of the red dots has been in the USA ProMod, or the US ProMod, for years now. But over here in Europe, it's going to be quite a big change, so I'm really hoping that it works out and people get used to it. I mean, it probably won't be that big of a change. I mean, if people get used to it after a couple of weeks, then people probably won't even remember that we didn't have red dots in the first place. But that's what I think is going to happen. Oh yeah, by the way, I hope you're enjoying the scope gameplay, because I got asked for that quite a bit as well. Also, a fact about the scope and me is that we are indeed secret lovers. I've wanted to be a scope in CoD4 ever since I started playing. I could give you a little history lesson. I started playing more seriously in Medal of Honor about the age of 13, which by the way was one of the best FPS games ever, and now they've all just turned to shit. In Medal of Honor I spent most of my time playing rifles only, sometimes played the weapons with some other friends, but mostly rifles. This then carried on when I played Call of Duty 1. I spent about 3 years playing rifle only. At this point my aim was so precise I felt like a human aimbot. CoD2 released and I pre-ordered it, started playing it, played a couple of months, didn't really like it much, so I went back to CoD1 for another couple of months or so, and then CoD4 was announced, and I decided if I'm going to try and become a pro in CoD4 I need to start playing all weapons, because CoD4 wasn't going to have rifles. So I went back to CoD2 and joined some all weapons teams in clan base. This went on for like 6 months. Then CoD4 released and I planned to be a scope due to just being so good at rifles only. I wanted to be a scope, but at the time of the game's release the scope was just awful in every way. The reg was the worst, the sway, it was just awful. Then they started patching it, and after when PAM 4 came out it wasn't so bad. Then ProMods obviously made it pretty amazing, but too late now. I joined my first team as an SMG, and then really it's just been stuck with there since. So the point of this story is that for the first time ever in 4 years I will be scoping at a LAN, which is the I-Series that I'm going to in about 2 weeks, and I am thoroughly looking forward to it. And I hope I do as well with the scope as I know I can, because the thing with me is that sometimes I can play so good with the scope that I sit there and think to myself, holy shit, and I surprise myself, and then other times I play so bad and I just miss people standing still. So basically I'm pretty inconsistent, which is a problem, because the thing is, since I've used the SMG for so long in CoD4, my aim is so bad now it's actually embarrassing. I'm just used to spraying people with this little pea shooter instead of actually having to not miss somebody, or the chances are that I'm going to be dead a second later, like in CoD 1. In CoD 1 if you miss someone you pretty much are going to die. So, but that's not the case in CoD 4, because I have like 29 other bullets just to spray people through walls and stuff. So yeah, I hope I do well. I will keep you updated with all this LAN stuff. I'll try and get the Crossfire video out. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and me talking about nothing and being boring, and I'll see you all later.